KL Rahul, what adjectives would you like to use? Calm, composed, stoic, not crumbling under pressure. What would you call him at this moment?
I would say, if you say adjectives, I would say it is about self-discovery. I don't think this is the KL Rahul of 5 years back. So, if you want to attribute these adjectives of calm, stoic, calculated, composed, reserved, committed, passionate, determined, I don't see this 5 years back. You know, there is a reason why his average is 35. There is a reason. This is a KL Rahul of the last 2 years. I think it's unfair that he gets trolled for everything. I think it's unfair that people single him out and start abusing him. I think it's unfair that KL Rahul has not been celebrated enough. I understand that. I understand the 2019 World Cup.
Yes.
I understand someone with this level of talent, someone who can bat like this series, has an average of 35. I understand that. But I also understand that there was a Virat Kohli and a Rohit Sharma in that change room. As a result, for whatever reason, KL Rahul is not one of those expressive sorts or dominant types. He's a different man, and every person is different. I don't think he was able to flower in that Indian dressing room. So this KL Rahul that we are seeing and we are celebrating today is a KL Rahul who has finally found his mojo in this Indian cricket team after the two big boys have gone. Their departure has actually worked to KL Rahul's advantage.
Another adjective I'd like to add to that is self-assured. I don't think we've seen, for the very same reason that you're pointing out, KL Rahul being sent up and down the order whenever it is necessary to accommodate a Rohit Sharma, to accommodate a Virat Kohli or anyone else for that matter. KL Rahul has been, I don't want to use the word scapegoat, but also at the same time someone who is looked at as if something needs to be changed, it's KL Rahul who can be sent up and down the order. And his versatility in this case has worked against him. Usually it doesn't happen that often that, a player who is that versatile, who can bat at any number you ask him to, this talent of his was worked against him. It worked against his favor. So when you really look at it, self-assurance is something that we're recently seeing in KL Rahul. And if I were to ask you, those 2-3 years, there was a lot of criticism. If we look at the past 3-4 years, there was a lot of criticism for KL Rahul. 2019 World Cup, of course. After that, I think that was the harshest criticism that we've seen for KL Rahul. After that, there was 2023. After that, there was this lean patch where everyone kept saying, oh, he's Gautam Gambhir's favourite or something like that. There's some favouritism going on. Why is he still in the team? This and that. A lot of questions being asked of KL Rahul. But, that time frame where he was sent up and down the order, what did that do to his mental temperament?
See, firstly, KL Rahul periodically has shown what he's made of or what he's capable of. The 100 that he got in South Africa, I've watched cricket for close to 30 years, serious cricket. I will say that South Africa 100 ranks right up there to anything that I've seen. Someone who can, by the way, that South African track where KL Rahul got that 100 was 20 times more difficult than any track that we have seen in the UK. For someone to be able to get that 100 in South Africa shows what potential the man has. Having said that, injuries, white ball form and strike rate, inability to do something on the big stage like that 19th November of 2023, not being able to seize that momentum like the 2021 World T20 in Dubai when he was at the peak of his T20 prowess, not being able to win the IPL and people extrapolate white ball and put it into red ball. A lot of these things have gone against KL Rahul. I thought you used two words which made a lot of sense to me. One, versatility, and two, talent. I don't see anyone else in this Indian team who has the versatility to bat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nope.
I don't see anyone else. Can a Jaiswal do it? No. Can a Gill do it? No. Can, maybe Rohit Sharma could have done it because Rohit Sharma at the top of his game has batted 6, has batted 5, has batted 1 or 2. But anyone else to do what KL Rahul is able to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anywhere he fits in, is not capable. So you are absolutely right when you say that his talent has actually gone against him. But when we say that, oh, you know what, Gargi, you can anchor the morning bulletin and the night bulletin. Maybe you are able to. But do I put myself in your position to try and understand that are you comfortable in doing it? One thing is to be able to. One thing is to be comfortable. Am I kind of taking you and saying, no, you got to do it? Without trying to understand if you are happy in that space. Take the Tendulkar example. Tendulkar could have batted anywhere, and he has done that. He's batted at number 4, and I'm talking ODIs now. Before the 2003 World Cup, Tendulkar was told to bat number 4. And he said, why are you saying this? And they said, okay, we want to protect you. And he said, you want to protect me, put me at number 11.
Yeah.
Put me at number 11 because I don't need protection. If I am the best player, can you put me at the top of the order? Why did he say that? Because at the top of the order, he felt more comfortable. Could he not bat number 4? Of course he could. But did the team allow him the comfort zone? Yes, they did. With KL Rahul, the problem has been Rahul has not been given the comfort zone for whatever reason. I'm not blaming anyone here. Maybe to accommodate Kohli, maybe to accommodate Sharma, maybe to accommodate bigger brands. KL Rahul is not as big a brand as maybe Virat or Rohit. Maybe not that same aura, not the alpha male syndrome in the dressing room. Look, these are real gigantic sort of superstars. When they have their own kind of aura in the dressing room, it's very difficult to stand up to them. And by the way, Rahul is not as senior as these two. So everything combined, KL Rahul was a bit of a loner in that dressing room as far as I'm concerned. See, I got very close to KL during that Karan Johar controversy.
Yeah.
He and I would talk every day, every single day. He would call me or I would call him and we would go through it. And he would keep telling me, this is not me. He would hate himself for being there. So one can understand what kind of a mental framework this guy has. He runs away from it. He actually used to, there's a gym in his house, at least at that point in time.
Okay.
And he used to tell me that I would go to the gym and shut myself up. I don't want to face my parents. I don't want to see my father. And I would like, why? And he would say, my father will see me and say, this is not my son. So the imaging of KL Rahul in front of his father, he didn't want that to get impacted by what had happened. So you understand that deep down, there's a very sensitive person out there. And that sensitive person or that person who may have been pushed out of his comfort zone explains the problem of KL Rahul. After the retirement of these two giants, what has happened is, he is now the senior most batter in that change room.
Absolutely.
Not the captain, but the senior most, he's like the Tendulkar status. Tendulkar wasn't the captain, but in the MS Dhoni side, he was the senior most batter in that change room who commands a certain degree of respect. Now KL is commanding that.
And shouldering the responsibility. We've seen this throughout all 4 test matches. He has shouldered the responsibility of negating that new ball in treacherous English conditions. Now, I'm going back to the last test series that India played, obviously the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Now, ahead of this series, I remember us doing a series of shows where we said, KL Rahul is your best bet in Australia. We said versatility. If you want him to bat...
And did you see how much we got trolled?
Yes, I did. I remember.
4 pieces. I was hammered, abused, trolled, PR, whatever you want to call it.
But in that series, you changed his position 3 times. He opened, went to number 3, I think went down the order again, and then back to the opening position in that Sydney test match. We had, I think, the KL Rahul that we see now was also there. But because of, again, that changing, we could not see him flower and blossom. But right now, Shubman Gill spoke about this ahead of Leeds, and he said that I want clarity, and good on the management for giving KL Rahul this clarity that you've got the opening position, you don't have to worry about anything else.
100% right. And let me put this very blunt. Shubman Gill has scored 700 plus runs in this series. 400s, nobody after Donald Bradman has done that in an overseas series in England. No Indian after Sunil Gavaskar has gone to 700 plus. Maybe he will break Mr. Gavaskar's record of 774. I keep all of this in mind when I say your best batter of the series has been KL Rahul. And the one and only reason, if you take history, 2007, 2011, 2014, 2018, 2021, you will see historically India has struggled, whether it's England, whether it's Australia, whether it's South Africa or New Zealand. India has historically struggled against the new ball. And the challenge has always been, can you face that new ball? Will you be able to make it comfortable for your middle order? Will you be able to make it comfortable for the players who follow and take that shine off? We have tried to do that and we haven't been successful. So for me, Shubman Gill in Leeds,
Yes.
outstanding. I'm not cribbing. Shubman Gill in Birmingham, outstanding. But for the Shubman Gill story to be what it is, there was a KL Rahul who got it ready. The KL
made the
Rahul
foundation.
did the dirty work.
Yeah.
The KL Rahul, this is why when I say Headingley of 2002, a lot of people will tell you it's the 100 of Sachin Tendulkar and Saurav Ganguly. I will say it is the 100 of Rahul Dravid and that 80 of Sanjay Bangar. It was Sanjay Bangar who absorbed the pressure of the new ball against the English attack and set up the whole thing for Sachin Tendulkar and Saurav Ganguly. KL Rahul has done that time and again in this series. And if you see, he has that extra split second. He's that calm demeanor. He's like that Virat Kohli statement, that monk in a civil society. When he's in that cocoon, Gargi, I said this yesterday to you, he's like the devotee in the temple who is being able to shut out the outside noise. He's not clustered. Aap bomb phod do, kuch nahi hone wala. That is what has defined KL Rahul for me in this series.
And one image or one moment from the match comes to my mind when you say monk in a civil society. When that entire day 3 happened at Lord's, Zach Crawley, Ben Duckett, that happened. And then on day 4, when it was time for, it was KL Rahul and Washington Sundar, Akash Deep at the other end. And Ben Stokes, and this has been captured, multiple pictures have been circulating on social media. Ben Stokes is giving verbal, clapping he's right in his face, but KL Rahul just stands with a smile on his face. I think that picture perfectly defines KL Rahul in the midst of madness. But final question, do you think he'll fly under the radar once again in this series?
No, he can't. I think he's achieved his position at the top of the order. I think he's achieved his position as a leader in Indian cricket. I think if anyone in the right frame of mind doesn't give KL Rahul the credit, he or she is doing a grave disservice to the sport and to the man and to Indian cricket. Let me tell you a story and I'll close on that. It's the same cricket ground. And I was thinking whether it was the same cricket ground or not. It was. And I was in the very same spot. And it was the very same weather. 2019 India versus Pakistan. All of a sudden, Shikhar Dhawan is injured. Shikhar Dhawan, after that Australia match where he scored that brilliant 100, Shikhar Dhawan is out of the tournament. And KL Rahul has been entrusted with the responsibility of opening the batting against Pakistan. None of us believe he can do it because, again, of the fragility and whatever you want to call it. Rohit Sharma is in the form of his life. So everybody thinks in these cloudy conditions in Manchester, if Pakistan bowls fast, what will happen to India? Match day -1. The Indian team is training in the nets outside. And as you know with me by now, I take a little bit of time sitting in that gallery and soaking it in myself to try and get into that groove of coverage. I was inside. Next to that change room where those stairs are, and I'm sitting there in one of those chairs next in that gallery. And all of a sudden I see KL Rahul alone. There's nobody in that stadium. The entire team is outside training. He's standing alone, holding the boards and doing stretching. I don't think he even looked where I was, and I'm looking at him, and he's just doing his own stretching. There was that one man in that entire stadium, and our eyes met, and he and I are friends. Our eyes met, and there was a nod of appreciation, and there was a nod of recognition. But I could see, here is a man lost in his own world of perfection. The quest, Gargi, is to be perfect in an imperfect day. KL Rahul has been trying to be perfect in an imperfect day for the longest time of his life and seeking 100% perfection. Someone needed to go and tell him in test match cricket that 100% will never come. There is no perfect history. You might write the best piece and send it to me and say, read it. It will never be the perfect piece because the perfect piece doesn't exist. The quest for excellence does. So when KL Rahul now bats, and you made this point in one of our shows, that after he misses a ball, you will see him nod his head and get back to groove again because now he has come to terms with it. Reset. He has come to terms with the fact that that is not perfection. Perfection is to be imperfect. That's what will make you perfect in test match cricket. I think KL Rahul has found his mojo. I think this is a KL Rahul we ought to celebrate. I think Indian cricket will be richer with the next couple of years of KL Rahul if he bats at the top of the order like this. Fitness-wise, he should stay up there, and I wish him all the very best for the Oval.
So do we. So does everyone from Red Sport. It's been a pleasure watching him. And one final time at the Oval. We'll see.